Hello and welcome to another Minisode of Not Without My Sister, which we will discuss all of the delicious foods that have been absolutely tantalizingly unavailable to us this holiday season, as we have looked from afar at our Irish brethren eating all types of delicious foods. And Rosemary today was delivered 3 packs of chocolate digestive. Anyway, where were we?
We were talking about the biscuits. Oh yeah, I was saying that I saw the box of European biscuits in Aldi for $11 that we could have got instead. That looked very similar, to be fair, although probably were not as delicious. But I didn't go and get them because I have my injury.
I have my injury. Well, I also was like totally manipulated into like the kids showed like such absolute, despair over the fact that Granny and Grandpa wouldn't be here this year, until Nash said, They're not dead, lads. They're just in Ireland. And then when they said, I know. I mean, is it the same thing? I don't think so. But when they said...
But the electricity seems to be off more often than not, so it seems pretty grim.
I swear to God it is, for all those jokes that we used to make. But yeah, when they were like, we're not going to get those biscuits. I was like totally manipulated into then spending $40 instead of the regular $13.99. Disaster.
What do you mean the regular $13.99? Mum usually buys them.
The $13.99 that Mother would spend. Anyway, they're being devoured and delighted by them.
But do they not? I remember as a child only liking about two out of that entire box.
Oh, I didn't like them at all. They loved them though. They eat all of them. They eat all the weird ones with the orange paste under the chocolate, which I hated.
And the weird coconutty ones. I don't like them either.
Coconut.
Oh, you do hate coconut, but I don't like coconut biscuits. Anyway, so okay, what have I missed?
Let's talk about your Christmas, because didn't you have some non-Irish foodstuffs?
Yes. So I went to Brandon's grandmother's for Christmas, where we had a deep fried turkey,
which was I mean not even a turducken, but like, what was it like?
I would love a turducken, or what's the other one? There's one that you can get with like 6 of them. So gross.
I would hate a turducken, but you would genuinely love it. I think you would love it.
I just love to see it, like a goose, a turkey, a duck, a chicken, a quail, something else. Anyway,
a goat or chickquay ducken.
Very good. We had a deep fried turkey that I didn't note. I mean, it was very delicious, but I didn't notice the deep friedness of it, if you know what I mean. I obviously didn't have any of the crispy, oily outer parts, which I'm sure were delicious. But I just had like slices of turkey that were like any slices of turkey.
What was it fried in? Because like I don't have a big enough fryer to put a turkey into.
Neither do I. I have no idea. Uncle Johnny or Uncle Jimmy, one of them did it. That's genuinely their names. I just don't know which one it was that did the turkey.
Well, Dad.
And then there was a ham.
Dad did a Hasselback turkey this year that looked absolutely delicious, like Hasselback potatoes. It looked like absolute heaven.
God. It looked amazing.
Where you slice the turkey, we'll post a picture of this, where you slice the turkey like at intervals and then stuff all the stuffing down it heartily. It looked absolutely delicious. I wanted to do that because this year I just bought, because it was only me and the boys and nobody, and Don's a vegetarian and nobody eats anything except me. I bought what did I buy? A boned and rolled.
You bought a boned and rolled turkey breast, didn't you? Like a turkey breast,
a small one, right? And then but it had like that netting on it, so I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? So I had to just shove all the stuffing up the middle of it. But it was delicious.
Was it nice?
Yeah, it was delicious, and it was grand because, like, honestly, with just me and then the boys being forced to eat anything, there was, I'm really only cooking for myself. I managed to burn the parsnips. I did make delicious
Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, Brussels sprouts. I made something like 150 cookies in anticipation of God knows who and God knows what. I brought some over to you. But they were great. I iced them. It was, very American, although nobody's eaten any. It was great. I made tons of mince pies.
We ate some of those very cookies last night in front of the TV, and Finn at one point announced that he couldn't finish the cookie he had, but he could in fact exchange it for a different cookie with sprinkles.
Oh.
So I was like, grand. There are enough cookies for you to do that.
I made a ton of mince pies. I made mince pie bakewells. I cooked so much food, and then I had nobody to share it with. It was super sad.
Nobody to feed. What I really missed, and I mean, look, I'm not acting like I'm like super healthy and love vegetables, but I did kind of miss the vegetables. So like for our Christmas dinner, the only vegetables we had were, I had made spiced red cabbage, which our family friends, the Finnegans, make every year and used to drop up to mum and dad. And so feels like a real part of Christmas, if you know what I mean. And I had meant to make enough for you, but then I made it too late.
Did you? Was it lovely?
Yes.
That's nice of you. Thanks. I know you did talk about that for weeks,
very
and
nice.
then I was looking forward to it. It was like I was actually organising my dinner around it, but never mind.
Well, listen, I have some left. I can come over and shove it up your nose.
That'd be great. The problem I find is though, like, oh, go ahead.
Sorry, just the other vegetable that we had was green bean casserole, which my same friend who gave me the chocolate digestive chewy had warned me about and gone, you know, they're big into this green bean casserole.
They who?
Oh, he was saying Midwesterners, I think. That he was like, it's a big Midwestern thing. So it was tinned green beans combined with tinned Campbell's mushroom soup and other things that I immediately forgot as soon as I discovered them.
I mean,
and I tasted
Rosemary,
it, but I have to say it would not be for me.
I'd like to say, Rosemary, though, in fairness, there are many, many, many dishes of our childhood that are based around Campbell's mushroom soup that are top notch, right?
Chicken and broccoli with mushroom soup, mayonnaise and curry
broccoli
powder.
Fish pie, which you probably have never had, but Julie's parents, like, it's delicious. Yeah, I mean there's very little that can go wrong with Campbell's mushroom soup, in fairness.
Yeah, and look, there's very little that I have the right to turn my nose about because I eat some, like,
you eat some disgraceful foods. Actually, that's what I was going to say about that, not about you, but I mean, now that we've got to that topic, but I was going to say that idea of meat on meat to me is absolutely revolting. The turducken, before anybody goes anywhere sexual. Yeah, your eyes are looking really boggly. That's not what I meant, Rosemary.
I didn't know. I was literally, there's no meat in the green bean casserole. What are you talking about?
Well, the turducken or the chicken ducken.
But like, you eat turkey with ham at Christmas.
I eat them separately. They don't touch each other on the plate.
Sorry, would you never take a bit of turkey and a bit of ham and eat them off the fork?
Are you having a laugh?
Together, like?
You joking? Are you trying to annoy me right now? That's absolutely revolting. Are you joking?
Are you joking?
Are you actually having a laugh? Would I ever put them on the same fork? Why would I do that?
Because
was I born in a barn? Like, that's revolting.
I'd say everybody does that. The same way you'd like pick up a bit of turkey, a bit of mashed potato, a bit of ham, stick it in your mouth.
Rosemary, I do one thing at a time.
Hang on, you don't ever do like turkey and mashed potato in your mouth at the same time?
Absolutely do not. I may do cranberry sauce with one of these objects that you've mentioned, or gravy with one of these things that you've mentioned. But Rosemary, I have ladylike manners.
A girl I follow on Instagram, Laura DeBarra, was showing us what she has on Stephen's Day, and you would absolutely hate it. Now I'm glad I get to tell you all about it. So she basically put a piece of greaseproof paper on an oven dish and then put a layer of, I think it was like a layer of cut up roast potatoes, a layer of vegetables,
sounds delicious,
a layer of turkey,
sounds less
a layer of gravy,
sounds hideous,
a layer of ham,
sounds revolting,
a layer of different vegetables, some more gravy, and then put it in the oven.
I couldn't. Well, Rosemary, but this is what I was thinking as I was, when I said to you, like, this is so American, this idea of like mixing meats, and you went, and then Mom got up in her arm, whatever, up in umbrage and was like, I always put bacon on the turkey. I was like, I have literally never seen bacon on the turkey. And after Magnum PI, if you pardon the little in joke there, Magnum PI got down in the case as you did and like went back and investigated. Turns out Mom puts 3 measly strips of rashers across a massive turkey. And then before they even hit the table, she eats them. Like, this is the best Christmas ever.
She puts these, like, the skinniest streaky rashers. She put the skinniest streaky rashers on top of the turkey. And then when it comes out of the oven, they're practically dust, which is exactly how she likes her. Which is exactly how she likes her rashers. So she hoovers them up and then we have the turkey.
And no wonder she never has an appetite for dinner. Anyway, but that's what I was going to say, is that part of the problem is I cook most of this stuff for myself because like the kids have zero interest. As I said to Don this year, like I don't like this idea of like, oh, we went on holidays at the kids and we had dinner and the kids had their dinner before us. But like this year I was literally like, I should just have given them dinner. I should have ordered Papa John's pizza for them and then had my own Christmas dinner, right? And they would have been twice as happy and I would have been twice as happy. My dinner would have been warm. I wouldn't have been trying to say things like, eat that turkey. But anyway, but by the end of it all, I was like, I'm not even that hungry because, do you know what I should have made? What are they called? Yorkshire puddings. I should have made Yorkshire puddings. They're heaven. They're delicious. But anyway,
Yorkshire puddings are only for beef though.
they're for whenever you want them. But anyway, the point was like, I shouldn't have bothered.
No,
like,
wait.
By the time I'm
No,
finished.
wait. Would you eat a piece of Yorkshire pud with a piece of meat?
No, why are you so obsessed with these combos? No, I wouldn't. I'd eat a piece of Yorkshire pud, and I would never call it pud. I'd call it Yorkshire pudding with a piece of gravy, with a tiny sop of gravy. Not too much. I don't like my things too wet.
Anyway, I thought we were supposed to be talking about foods that you can't get in America.
You can't get any of this stuff here because Mom's in Ireland. But you know what I'm glad I couldn't get? Christmas cake. I hate it. Hate it.
I hate Christmas cake.
Hate almond icing. Hate it.
Oh my God. I did, however, bring Christmas pudding.
Rosemary, there is now a note being passed under the door to me. It probably says, "We are creeps. Could you please pay attention to us?" They're like shaking it really hard. Go back to bed, please. I'll read that note in a minute. Thanks a lot. I love you too.
I did bring Christmas pudding with me to the Christmas dinner. So
how did that go down?
There was a very mixed reaction. Some people thought it was nice. Other people only liked the brandy butter. Other people hated the brandy butter. And then some people were like Brannan's brother Andrew was basically like, no. Like looked at it and was like, no.
Didn't
and
taste
also,
it?
it didn't help. No, he did actually taste a tiny bit of it and then was like, no, raisins, no. You know.
I have to say, our pudding was delicious, may I say. Mother,
yeah, the pudding
your pudding's not a patch on ours. It was perfect.
And is delicious. But Brandon had been trying to explain to everyone what it is. And you know, in America, pudding is like Jell-O, like mousse.
Yeah.
Disgusting. It's a cross between Jell-O and mousse. And he kept explaining to them and he was like, no. It's not like pudding. It's more like bread. And I was like, it's not like bread. It's like
a boiled fruit cake. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's boiled. And he was like, it's like a very dense bread. So he was putting them off.
Bread?
He was dripping poison into their ears from
bread.
The minute dot. I know.
But you know what? In America, bread is very sweet. I miss bread. I miss normal bread. That's what I miss. Yeah. If you don't make it yourself. And Mom would be like, it's so easy. You just put these 4 things in a bowl. You look at them, you stir them with your eyes, and next thing you know, it's cooked. Like it's too head-wrecking.
Well, Mom's brown bread is actually very easy. But I miss bread. Like I miss like sourdough breads. And I also really miss, I know this sounds really like snobby, but like I really miss a nice bakery where you can get nice pastry, like nice flaky pastries.
This all does sound really snobbery. Like I was starting at like the lowest. I miss sliced bread that doesn't taste like cake.
I miss Brennan's. Stick a few slices of Brennan's in the toaster.
Bread.
Yeah.
Always. What is it? Today's bread today. And wasn't that
today's bread today?
And like, wasn't it only recently that Subway bread in Ireland was classified as cake because of the quantity of sugar in it? And that actually sums up all bread in America. Like it's really sweet.
Yeah.
Anything you put in the toaster, you put your butter on it, next thing you know, you're eating cake. And it's not as satisfying. Like first thing in the morning, I don't want sweet. I just want today's bread today.
Yeah, same. I miss bread. What else do I miss? I mean, so I've been ordering my Barry's tea online on Amazon. So that's fine. I mean, you can also get it in Kroger, but kind of sometimes it's hit and miss.
Santa gave me 4 boxes of Barry's tea.
Huh?
Santa gave me 4 boxes of Barry's tea.
Santa loves you.
I know, I'd share them with you, but Santa gave them to me, so I can't.
No, you can't.
I miss sausages. I miss delicious...
Oh my God.
Superquinn sausages.
Sausages. Yes. I was actually thinking the other day, there has to be like a big potential import business in Superquinn sausages in America.
I don't think Superquinn sausages are the same anymore, though. Sure, they're not.
Well, it's not Superquinn anymore. They're still...
But I mean, the flavour's not the same.
times more delicious.
How many times...
The flavour...
Was that when Mom and Dad...
The flavour is still like the flavour of the best sausage in Ireland.
That's...
Like, they're still delicious. They are. It's not quite the same as it used to be.
The best sausage in Ireland.
The best sausage in Ireland.
Was that when Mom and Dad shrink wrapped a big thing of sausages, put them in the suitcase, and then got like their luggage searched? And they were like, do you have any food in this? Do you have any food?
I was there. And the security guy goes, ma'am, have you got any meat products in your suitcase? And Mum goes, no. And he goes, ma'am, we found like quite a large quantity of sausages.
We found 14 tons of sausages.
Oh God. She was like, oh, I forgot. Sausages, do they count as meat? You know, she was doing her like Maria. Like, I'll just pretend I didn't realise. Do they count?
She's like, I only have 2 kids. Did they count as meat?
I was so sad. All the sausages.
All the sausages. It was truly sad.
Oh my God, it was so sad.
A moment of silence for the sausages.
No. What else do I miss? Cadbury's drinking chocolate.
I have that.
I know, because you got it brought over by me the last time.
No, I ordered 2 things of it recently from
Oh,
some
did you? From,
Irish
like-
delivery thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Where do you think you got
some...
that selection box that came in your stucca?
What selection box?
Maybe you didn't get that.
No, I absolutely did not get it.
I did wonder why there were all these extra chocolates in the house. Okay, well, sorry about that.
You know what I miss? And like, I obviously haven't been, although I've done a good job, but I haven't been to like every single cafe in Fort Wayne, right? But I miss like kind of nice, healthy but not healthy. Like, I'm not looking for cornucopia, but what I mean is I miss somewhere you could go for breakfast or brunch that would do like really nice granola that was like homemade with really nice fresh fruit and yogurt, and then like, you know, like a shit ton of caramel or something. Like, it doesn't have to be super healthy. It just has to be fresh and homemade. Like, I miss that kind of
coffee shops don't
variety of
exist
food
in that way. Like, even when like Starbucks only recently started to add food to their menu, you know, like in the last 3 or 4 years. Like coffee shops, going to a coffee shop to meet your friends and have a piece of cake, like Queen of Tarts on St. Anne Street, or South Anne Street.
Oh yeah,
that kind of thing doesn't exist here. It's like you go, you have a coffee, but you're not going to meet up and have a cake and a coffee. You're going up to maybe have a sandwich because like you're hungry, not just because you're trying to treat yourself.
Yeah, or like there's a place, I went to that place, Firebird Cafe, and there's the other place, Mocha Lounge, and they both do baked goods, but like they're not fresh because you can tell nobody ever orders them, so they're all shrink wrapped.
That's
you know what I mean? And like
though.
they
It's
get
not
them
the
in on
same
Monday.
thing. That mentality is,
No.
it's either you're going for like more of a Starbucks-esque, I'm going here to work, right? I'm not going to meet up. It's not a social thing in the same way. It's more of a, I'm going to have my lunch, maybe like I'm going to be hungry at a certain point, so I'll eat something. But it's not, you know, the way like we would meet up and be like, oh, I can't wait to go there and they have delicious like lemon cake, or they have a delicious cheesecake.
Yeah.
That just doesn't really exist. And certainly the coffee shop that only has cakes, you know, that's more of a pie shop or whatever. Like there are specific pie shops, and it's a pie shop. And that exists.
And they sell pies for you to take away and bring home.
That exists. But the idea more of like a casual kind of the idea of 11s doesn't exist.
Yeah. Or of brunch that isn't like, I remember bringing mom and dad to Proximo for brunch, and they were both shocked at the size of the portions.
Oh yeah,
like,
well, yes.
You know, like a brunch is like, here brunch is really like, you got a plate and you want a huge breakfast. You know what I mean? It's not so much.
I also think though that in... I don't know if it's so much in New York, but in Dallas and in the Midwest, there is a mentality of if it's not massive, you're not getting your money's worth. Like there's not an appreciation for like, oh, this is a small, beautiful plate. It's like, that's not, you know, I'm not going to be stuffed at the end of this. So there's definitely I remember I went to the supermarket and I asked for a fried chicken, right? And I went up to the counter and I was like, hey, could I have a fried chicken? She's like, which one do you want? And I said, oh, just like that one, just probably the smallest one. She turns around to the other woman at the counter and she goes, that's the first time in my life I've ever been asked for the smallest fried chicken. And I was like, oh, really? Like, I mean, I don't just want, you know, but there's this kind of idea of, well, I'm paying for it, so I might as well get the biggest one. And when we installed a pool as well in Dallas, we had a back garden, obvious statement. We had a back garden and we only wanted to use half of it for the pool. And we were like, so we kind of presented the guy with our, you know, rough sketches. This is what we're thinking. And he couldn't get his mind wrapped around like, but if you use the whole garden, you know, the minimum cost, the minimum cost of installing a pool is X. And that, money, you could do the whole garden. You could have a slide, you could have it could be massive. And we were like, no, but like we want to keep some grass. And he was like, you want to keep some grass, but you're paying for, you could get this pool. And we were like, but this is what we want. Do you know what I mean? It's a very different kind of, everything's bigger. Like you even look around the cars. Imagine going to Paris where everything's like a tiny car, like, you know, the whole advantage is that you can zip into a tiny space and park there. Here it's like, I could take up 3 car parking space with my car. Woohoo!
I could take up 2 lanes.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking there as you were talking about small portions? Do you remember the night we went to Nobu was it in Paris or in Milan? I think it was in Milan. And then we came home and ate cereal.
I have no recollection of that. I am much more couth. That sounds extremely
maybe that was actually
uncouth.
just me and Julie.
I think it was just you. I was probably stuffed after my tuna sashimi.
It was like 7 courses of the smallest raw
I do
fish.
remember that.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. But
tiny.
I do remember that. That was a good night though, all the same.
Yeah, it was good.
More people watching than anything else.
Now, Beatrice, to conclude, if you could, not import, but if you could have a lifetime supply of only one Irish food thing, what would, like, food stuff or meal, or, you know what I mean? What would it be?
Well, I forgot lots of things now that are springing to mind. Bird's eye custard is another excellent one, but you can get it in Kroger. I also love semolina, which I never appreciated while I lived in Ireland. So excellent. The kids all absolutely love it. For breakfast, lunch and dinner. Semolina is my answer. Semolina. What's your answer?
Semolina.
Just from like pure ease. It's like pasta with butter. When I'm just like, oh God, I don't want to make the kids anything. I'm wrecked. Pasta with butter. Semolina. For breakfast, I'm wrecked. I just wanted to make you semolina. For lunch, I'll make you semolina. For dinner. And they're always happy with it as well, which is amazing.
Yeah, I do have fond memories of like semolina with a glob of jam in the middle.
Yeah, well, it's always with the glob of jam.
I think it would be, and this is like very highbrow of me, cuisine de France croissants.
What about those pecan slices that you loved?
No. I'm over them. They're too sweet anyway. I just want like a plain, honest to God, has to be very flaky though. Sometimes you'd like the cuisine de France ones as well are hit and miss, but there used to be excellent cuisine de France ones in the Spar on Talbot Street. Very flaky. 5 stars.
Okay, hold on. I will add in those sausages that custom guy stole. I'd like them back, please.
Oh, I'd you know what, a lifetime supply of Superquinn sausages.
Yeah, I'd murder a sausage. Do you know what? If you could give me a lifetime supply of Flexi Fits from Marks and Spencer's and Superquinn sausages, I would be in heaven. And that combination sounds atrocious.
Are actually very no, but like it could be down to the sausages that we need the Flexi Fits, to be honest.
Rosemary, that could work in many different ways, so we'll just leave it at that.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for listening to this thrilling minisode in which we barely even answered our own question. We didn't introduce ourselves either. I'm Rosemary McCabe. That's Beatrice McCabe. We're sisters. We live in Indiana. If you have 2 minutes, please go to iTunes, rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends all about us. And if you could take a screenshot of wherever you're listening to this in your podcast app and share on Instagram stories and tag us, that would also be amazing. We would love you forever. And we will be back on Tuesday with a full episode in your ears.
And hopefully it'll be uploaded on time for you to listen to.
Bye.
Bye.
Not Without My Sister is produced by Liam Garrity, sound and original music by Don Kirkland, and our original illustration is by Lindsay Nielsen.
Not Without My Sister is a proud member of The Warren, the home of great Irish podcasts, as is my podcast, the Dublin Story Slam podcast. You can find them all over at thewarren.ie.